Yes, okay. So the recording is also on process. So I hope you all can hear my voice clearly, and the screen is also visible, right? Okay. Who are new today? Can I know who are new today? Quickly raise up your hands, or else drop a message in the chat box. Is anyone new today? Didn't join the last class? Last session didn't join? Okay, Teshini, from which school are you, dear? Okay. Right, Zainab new today. Right, so you all missed up the last class, right? So you all can get the recording via YouTube even and get the tunes also. So no worries with that. Okay, so we studied last week the basics of the business studies session. Okay, that is the first class. Yes, you can put a message. Chaproben College International. Okay, nice. Okay, Shehani, you are new and you're private. Okay. Yeah, the session is completely free for everyone. So you all can share the link with your friends as well. Okay, guys. So last week I gave you all a lesson-based tutorial. Okay. Also, I gave you all a set of questions. Okay, a kind of easier questions only. So whatever we studied, I gave you all questions. Did anyone try those questions? Can I get a reply from you all? Did you all try this worksheet pack? Did you all try it? Shall we go for the answer scheme then? Yes, sir. You all have to answer it. Okay. So last week, what did we study, guys? We studied what is the meaning of business. Now you all are 28 batch students, right? So you all are 28 A-level batch students. Okay. Still your results are pending. And yeah, normally your results will be releasing next week onwards. Okay. So because of they haven't officially announced the dates, but probably they have told that they will be releasing after 6th of May onwards. So until that, now you all have selected your subject and now you all are studying it and you all are in the commerce stream, right? So guys, now you all know that business studies, a theoretical based subject, completely a theory based subject is, you call it as what? Business studies. So IT and accounting, those are practical based subject as well as theory based only. But business is completely, fully theory only, all are studying. Okay. So here what I thought you all is last class we studied. Before last class I gave you all an introduction on how the syllabus and how the contents are there. Okay. So yesterday, hope you all can remember. Okay, we studied what is business. Okay, again, let's recap once again. What is a business, guys? You all have to read this part. All the activities, okay, all the activities related to the production, distribution, selling of goods. Okay, selling of goods. I gave you all another name. What is that? Exchange, right? So exchange or else trade, we studied this part. Okay, so what is a production? Can anyone tell me what is a production? Yes, the person, yeah, the people who came last class. Yes, a production means, okay, something we are producing, that we call it as what? Production. Okay, something, an input will be there inside the production. Guys, understand this carefully. An input will be there, no? So if you want to make a cake, I told you what are the input? Eggs will be there. Okay, eggs will be there, and yeah, normally flour will be there. Okay, flour, eggs, butter, those things will be the input, right? And what is the next step? What is the next step? Process, right? So what is the process? We are beating it, right? Beating and putting inside the oven, those things are process. Okay, finally you get a what? You get a output. Okay, so that output will be your product. Understood? The output will be the product of the thing what you all are doing. So that we call it as production. Okay, understood this part? Now, what is the distribution? What is the distribution? A person is going, okay, now distributing it to some, we'll take it a bakery or something like that, to a shop, okay. You are giving the cake to that. So that is a kind of distribution. Also, guys, if it is like a example, it is delivering to your doorstep. Okay, this business you all are doing is it can deliver to the doorstep. That is called as a distribution, right? At last, what happens here? Exchange happens, right? Exchange, when you want to get a product, what you give them? Now barter system and all previously no they did. Okay, now normally with before the money comes, before the coins, these money comes, before that no barter system was happened. Okay, like people are giving exchanging products with products. Now here what happens here is exchange, right? If you go for a shop, you exchange the product, no? Yes, what you give to get that product? Very good, guys. You give the money, right? You give the cash and you get the product. That is what exchange or else trade is happening. Between whom? Between the buyer and the seller. Okay, between the buyer and the seller only this exchange takes place. Okay, so this part is clear, right? So this is what we call it as business. Okay, so business is okay related, all the activities related to production, distribution, selling of goods and service with a profit motive, or else there will be a non-profit as well. Okay, I told you profit motive is also there, not for profit motive is also there, without a profit motive is also happens. Okay, a business happens. So this one you call it as what? A business. Okay, also there will be another statement, a business we call it as what? Economic activity. Okay, economic activity, I told you all these three things are happening inside a business, we call it as what? Economic activity. Okay, so under economic activity what are the things comes under? Production, distribution, exchange. Okay, this part I explained last class, very detailed, right? You can go through that. Okay, so needs and wants, you all know that needs means what? Essential for living. Just I'm giving all a recap. Needs means essential. Okay, so without that a person is unable to survive, right? So essential we call it as needs, not essential we call it as what? Wants. Okay, not essential we call it as wants. That is completely clear, right? This part is clear, right? Okay, needs means you all know, right? All the basic things are happening. Now we'll take food, clothing, shelter, transport, education. These are comes under needs now. So wants are examples of the needs. Okay, examples. What comes under the food? What comes under the transport? What comes under the education? Okay, we'll take food means you all know varieties of foods are there in order to fulfill the needs. Okay, so that is completely different. Needs and wants. Okay, this part is also very easy for you. Okay, I gave you all examples under needs and wants last class. Okay, and then next we studied what, guys? The needs wise wants. Okay, what are the differences? What are the characteristics of needs and wants? Okay, like not essential, here essential. Okay, needs are essential, wants are not essential, limited, unlimited, like that we studied. Okay, now today focusing products, markets. Okay, now understand products. Okay, now you all know that anything offered. Okay, I'll make it black, wait a minute. Anything offered, okay, anything offered to the market which fulfills the human needs and wants are known as what, guys? Products. Okay, that's simple. Anything you are offering to the market that fulfills the human needs and wants are known as products. Okay, now human needs and wants are fulfilled by what? Products. No, so if you are hungry you get a product. No, to what? For what purpose you get? In order to fulfill your needs and wants, right? You are hungry, you need what? You need food. Okay, you need rice. Okay, you go and get the product and you're what? Satisfied. You are satisfied with that, right? So normally if you are not satisfied, will you go to that place again? If you are satisfied only you will go. Now you all might have lots of experience in your life, right? So if you buy a new product, new brand is there. Okay, even when you take ice cream or chocolates like that in your life, okay, you all might have a like idea like this product is new, let's buy today. So yeah, you will eat. If you are satisfied, okay, this is tasty and you are satisfied means you will be getting another one. Okay, next day you will buy, or sometimes you will be recommending someone to buy that, right? I bought like this, okay, that's really tasty. Okay, you also buy that. That is, you are satisfied with that product. Suppose if you are not satisfied with that, will you recommend that person? Definitely you will tell don't buy that one. Okay, that's not tasty, like that. If you are satisfied, if you are fulfilled by the products only, you will be buying again. So let's study that, guys. Today we'll be studying that. Okay, so characteristics of a business. Now if you wanted to do a business, the customers should have a satisfaction, right? So that part only we are going to focus. That's a very interesting part today we are going to study. Okay, customer, if they are not satisfied with your product means how will they buy again? How will they recommend other people to come to our shop? It's impossible, right? If our products are worthless, if our products are useless, then they don't come again, right? So they won't tell any other people to come, okay, go and get that like that. They won't definitely tell, no? So they'll tell, don't buy there, okay, that's very expensive and worthless product. Have you all seen ratings? Okay, definitely if we go for a restaurant, a new restaurant, we see the ratings of that, no? How many people has rated? How many people have given 5 stars like that? They, why we will check that? In order to see whether the customers are satisfied. Suppose if the feedbacks are wrong, like they are sending like these worthless, these useless, okay, products are very much expensive, don't go and buy there. If they tell like that, will we go there? Definitely no, right? So you won't tell your family members to buy there. You won't tell your friends to buy. Okay, you need a customer satisfaction to improve your business. Okay, so that is what we are going to focus, right? Guys, now understand products. In this part only, now we are going to focus. Okay, so next thing, market, I explained y'all. Market will study again, but before that we have to complete something. Okay, so let's complete this part and then let's move to the syllabus. Okay, first of all, we need to complete this work and then you all tell me the answer. So worksheet pack in order to test your knowledge. Okay, the people who came last week, and if you all know the answer, put a message. Okay, quickly put a message. What is the word comes as? Right. Question number 1, it says basic requirements for survivors are called as what, guys? Basic, okay, requirements for survival. Okay, what are the things? Basic requirements. You all know that. What are the basic requirements? Basic requirements. A person needs that. Okay. See, I told the answer even. Did you all get that? Yes, guys, come on. Send your answers. Very good. Okay, nice, Zainab. Okay. Any other people? Basic requirements for survival. We call it as what? Very good. That is. Yes, exactly. Yes, Fatima. Hafsa also correct. Right. We call it as needs. Okay, next one. Human wants are called as what? Human wants are what? Human wants are anything you all can write. Okay. Human wants are one of the characteristics of wants they are asking. What is that? Human wants are. Yes, what is that? Anything you all can write. Okay. Yeah, not essential. Yes, very good. Teshni, very good. Unlimited. Okay, that's unlimited. Anything you all can write. Okay. Unlimited. Okay, unlimited. Normally, human wants unlimited. No, guys. Now think and see. Now, if we say unlimited means, okay, unlimited. Okay, very good. Unlimited means many things are there inside the wants. What are the things are there, guys? Many things are there, no? But needs are not like that, no. Needs are limited, right? So wants are unlimited. If you take a food topic, there are many things, no? If you choose something else, okay, if you go for a shop, you went to buy something. Have you all noticed that your mother, especially mother in our home, right? So she will tell to buy certain items for father. Okay, bring rice, bring vegetables, bring something, a detergent or something. She'll tell. Then the father buys only that three. No, father buys what? Food. She told what are the things? Rice and detergent, and the other one, yeah, vegetables. All the three items father will bring. But what if mother goes to the shop to buy those things? Will she buy only that three or lots of things she will buy and come? You all even tell. Now father will go and buy only the three products which the mother told even. But what if the mother is going to the shop and she was thinking to buy all these three products only? Yeah, definitely half of the half of the shop's item will be inside the home. No, she'll buy all the things. Okay, whatever she doesn't Yeah, most of the time, the rice, the vegetables she might haven't bought, but the other things she might have bought, no? So all might have experience. Human wants are unlimited, okay? So when we see certain items even, we buy that because those are unlimited, right? We go to buy something, we buy nothing else, okay? We go to buy something, one product, but if we see those unlimited items, we get all those, right? Okay, next one. A car is a what? What we can say? A car is a, what is the answer? Yes, very good. Okay, very good. So a car is a good. Okay, durable good, that's fine. Okay, we'll write it as small answer, a good. A product, a good. Okay, right. Goods are what? Goods are what? Can we touch and feel? What do we call it as, guys? Goods and services. Okay, they have a separate characteristics. What's that? Goods are what? Excellent. Okay, so Teshni, very good. So goods are tangible. What is a tangible? I told you last class. A tangible means we can physically touch and feel that product, right? So a car is also a tangible, right? A goods. So goods are tangible. What about the service then? What's the opposite of that? Services. Services. Now I am providing you a service. Can you touch me? You can't touch me, right? So what do we call it as? We call it as a, very good, intangible. Okay, intangible. Okay, so we call it as intangible. Right. A doctor provides a what? A doctor is providing you a, no, yeah, normally a doctor provides a, what do we call it as? That type of business. What type of business is that? What based service? Yes, very good. It is a service. A doctor is providing a service. Now, normally teacher is providing a service. A doctor is providing a service. Okay. Like that, you have to think about that. Okay. Think. A market involves two things. One is a seller. What is the other one? A market has two different. They will be meeting together. What is that, guys? Hope you all know that answer. Hope you all know. Yes, Teshni, very good. So that is buyers, right? So when you go for a market, okay, normally we go for market to buy, we'll go to a grocery shop where the buyer and the seller meets, right? The customer and the seller meets. Now I am the buyer, you are the seller. I come and buy your product, okay? Now here what happens? Marketing involves, here exchange is happening between two parties, okay? What are the two parties? We call it as the buyer and the seller, okay? Me and you. I am the buyer, you are the seller. Like that, it is a market where market involves a buyer and the seller. Right. Demand means willingness and the ability to. What is that? A demand. I'll explain this part. A demand means willingness and ability to. What is that? Ability to what? That's a product now. Okay. Now you want that product. Okay. You want that. Yeah, the product which you are willing to, yeah, you should have a willingness first of all. Now you go for a shop, okay, you want to buy a chocolate, we'll take like that, you want to buy a chocolate. So first thing is willingness, the money which you yeah, and the ability to, very good guys, ability to buy it, right? Buy the product. Okay, very good. Next one. Supply is the quantity. What is that? Supply is the quantity. Supply is the quantity. Yes, that is quantity available for the sale. Okay, available for the Sale. Okay. Last one now. Production creates what? Offered. Yeah, offered is also fine. Available or offered for sales. Okay. Production creates two things. Yeah, this is very easy. When they give the word service, even before that, what comes as? Yeah, in your exams, these questions can come. Okay. Production creates. Now, production, you know that. Now you might be doing a production. Okay. Your parents might be doing a business based. Now, production will be there. Okay. Definitely, if a person is doing a business, there will be a product. Okay. So, there are two things. What are they? Either this can be a service based product or else it can be a goods based product. Very good. So, the answer is goods. Okay. So, the answer comes as goods. Did you all understand this part now? Is this clear? All the answers? Goods. Okay, very good. Right, the next questions. Okay, next set of questions. Define business, define needs and wants. Okay, first of all, I told you inside the tute itself, it's visible. Define business they have given. Okay, so what is a business? You can't write it in short. Okay, you can't write it. Definitely, you can't write it in short. Why? The reason is because you all are not O level students. Okay, first thing you have to remember, you all are A level students. Okay, so you need to explain. Even if they ask for 2 marks question, also you need to explain, right? So without the explanation, they can't provide you marks. Okay, so understand that concept first. Define business. Now they have asked. So first thing, a word you have to include. What is that, guys? One word is there. You need to include that definitely. What is that? Under that word, three things are coming. Now tell me. We'll see who can answer that word. If you all know that, quickly put a message. One word is there. I gave you all now also I explained that under that word, three things are coming. So if you didn't include that word, okay, meaningless sentence you all are giving. Yes, what is that word? We'll see who can answer that. Yes, very good. Fatima Hafsa, you got it. Okay. So hope you all also know that. Economic activity, right? So define business wherever they ask in your exam. Remember to write the word economic activity. Can you write only the word economic activity? No, right? So you have to write it in proper. So business, what is that? Business means any activity done to earn income by selling goods or service, right? So that part you all know, right? So how to write a sentence when they ask to define? So business is an economic activity which involves production, distribution and exchange of goods and services to earn a profit, or else not for profit organizations are also there. Okay, so first thing what you all have to write is, okay, yes, you all can note that points. Yeah, I'll write it in here. When you all are writing the answers, okay, make sure to write it in proper way. Then only all will be getting the marks. Okay. So business is a what? Business is a economic activity. Business is an economic activity. Okay. Economic activity. What are the things involves? Tell me one by one. Involves. What are the things involves? Yes, come on, guys. You all know the answer. Very good. Production, okay, which involves production. When I give the word production, what should come inside your mind, guys? What should come? Something, a product. Okay, I told input, process, output is there, no? So that should come inside your mind. Next one, what is that? Production, very good. Distribution, yes, very good. Distribution and exchange, okay? Distribution and exchange, okay? So this is the exact definition what you can write in your exam. Of what? Of what? Of goods and services. Very good. So goods and services. So definitely these both should come. These are what? Products, no? Goods and services. For what purpose we are doing this, guys? For what purpose? To earn a profit, no? To earn a profit. Now most of the business are in order to earn the profit. Now you are doing a business. Is it for the purpose of not profit? No, right? When you are doing a business or when I am doing a business, it can be a earning profit, right? To mainly earn a profit. To mainly earn a profit. Do you all know why I include this word mainly? To mainly earn a profit. This much is enough. Why did I put this word, guys? The reason is there is an organization which is not for profit also, right? So because of that, you can write in this way. Services to mainly earn a profit. Understood this part? Perfectly clear, right? Okay. Any questions? Example, yeah. Grocery shop, clothing store, okay, like that. Bakery, yeah. Normally those things are goods and services. Perfect. Okay, next question, guys. Next question. Now you all know the answer. Perfect. Very happy for y'all. You all know the answer, right? Define needs. Okay, now they're asking what? Define needs. So these are questions which can come for your exams, right? So needs are what? Needs are simply all can write it. What requirements? What requirements? Needs are what requirements? Very good, Abdul. Essential requirements. Very good. Essential you have to write. Or else basic requirements necessary for the survival. Isn't it necessary for the survival? Okay. Needs are necessary, right? Needs, you need that. Okay. Needs are the essential. I'll write it in short. Needs are the basic. Now, all of you all know one thing, right? In your business studies paper, you will be getting fill in the blanks questions are there. No, that fill in the blanks question most of the time includes these sentences. Okay, like regarding production, distribution, they can ask needs and wants. They can ask. Okay, those are simple questions. Now they will be giving. So these questions are included. So that is what I am giving you all to understand one keywords. Okay, why I am telling you all to understand these basic requirements. Okay, like mainly to earn a profit, service, goods, those things. Why I am teaching all in this method is now when they ask a fill in the blanks question, you should remember these lines. Okay, then only you'll be able to write it without thinking. So needs are the basic requirements. Requirements necessary for what? For the survival. Right. Perfect. Okay. Third one. What is the wants then? Simple. Yeah. If you want, you can write examples: food, water, shelter, clothing. Without needs, human cannot survive properly. Okay. Without the education, you all even tell nowadays can a person survive properly without an education system? It's hard, no? Even without mobile phone, can people survive properly? Without a mobile phone? No, any technology means it's very hard, no? Yeah, it's definitely hard. Even the education system, even yeah, if you see the old people also nowadays, okay, they are using these mobile phones only, not small one, the big ones, touch phones. Okay, so why do they use that? Without that, it's very hard. People will laugh, no? So nowadays technology has improved that much. Each and every person has a phone. Even a small 5-year-old kid also has own phones, right? You all will be thinking, why then we don't have like that? That's a benefit, no? Yeah. Now, mobile phones can be an advantage as well as there are certain disadvantages as well. But nowadays, needs like that only. Now, wants, what are the wants? Wants are things people desire beyond their basic needs. Now, you can write it as a, yeah, wants are the things people desire beyond the basic needs. Or else, if you write, you can write it as different ways of satisfying the needs. Different, let's write in this way, ways of satisfying. Okay, next question. Okay, examples. Now you all know that entertainment. Let's take entertainment. So what do you all do when it comes to entertainment? You all tell me. When you feel boring and you have a time, okay, what is the first thing you all will do? Now don't tell sleeping. Sometimes sleeping also can comes under that. So if I give you all a need topic as entertainment, what is the thing you all will do to make yourself, yeah, to happy those times? Coloring, is it? I know first thing. Okay. To entertain yourself, you will be scrolling the Insta, no? TikTok, Instagram, any people like that? Whenever you all get boring, raise your hands. No worries. Raise your hands. Be honest, okay? In my class, I don't want to be strict with you all. Just let me know. If you all feel boring, aren't you all watching the Instagram or TikTok? If you all feel boring like that, definitely no. Why boys are not watching? You all are good ones. Okay, right. So other people eating. Anyone eating? Taking anything and eating when becomes boring. Making food items. Making food items. Stationery. Nice. Foodie. Yeah. And there are some people who plays games. Anyone playing games? Games means yeah, video games. Those things are there. Anyone like that? Okay, nice. Right. Okay. So if you take the next topic, different ways of satisfying the needs. Yeah, smartphones, driving, those skills are there. No? So if you want to yeah, improve certain things, it's in that way. Okay. Wants can improve the comfort and lifestyle. Okay. Those are, but they are not necessary for survival sometimes. Okay. Now, wants without this, we can't live without a luxury car or house. I can't live like that. No, no. In order to comfort ourselves only, we need wants. But needs are for the survival, okay? Especially. Right, the next one. What is the difference between goods and services? Now, you all only have to tell me this answer. I won't tell anything. You all tell me if you all know the answer. What is one thing, okay? One thing. What is the difference between a good and a service? A good and a service. What is the difference? You all tell me the answer. Put in the chat box for everyone so that all can see the answers. You all think and tell me difference between. Yeah. Okay. What's the difference between a goods and services? Very good. Abdul has sent essential. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Rifda. Correct. Goods storable, services unstorable. Yes, definitely. So goods we can store it, right? Yeah, I'll explain if you all put that. Okay, now goods. Now if you take a product which you can touch and you can store that, right? So goods you can store. While the service, can you store that? Definitely you can't store. Okay. So the goods you can store, definitely that's correct. And anyone else? Okay, we'll write that one as well. So if you all put that, put the answer, I can write it. Goods and services. Storable. Very good. Teshni also has sent, she has sent many things, no? Unstorable. Okay, wait. Very good. Unstorable. At least one word can I get only for goods, even. Goods are tangible. Very good. Goods are tangible. We can touch it. Okay, we can touch that. Tangible. While the service here, what service are? Intangible. Definitely. Intangible. Intangible. Okay. Right. Guys, now the next one. Okay, goods. Wait a minute. Yes, Fatima, very good. Goods can be produced. Okay. Wait. Can't be separated. Service and goods can be separated. Now, normally, okay, I'll tell this example. Write this part as well. Can be separated. Okay, can be separated from the producer. Can be separated from the producer. Example. Now we'll take a milk powder. Okay, a milk powder which we are using inside our. What is the milk powder you all are using, guys? In our home, we use Ratti, okay? Anyone using anchor, Ratti? Okay. So, do we know the producer? Definitely, we don't see that even, right? Who is the producer? I just need only tea. I don't want anything else, okay? Like that, no, yeah. But who is the producer of Ratti? Don't know, guys. Definitely, no? We don't know. We just want to search it, okay? So we doesn't know the producer, but the product is inside our hand, okay? So we go for a supermarket and we get that. We go for a grocery shop, we get that, but we doesn't know who is a producer at least, okay? But service is not like that. When I teach only, you can get, you can't separate it from me, okay? You can't remove that and take no the service. You can't definitely. If I am teaching lively means you can listen like that only the service are. Okay, the doctor is providing a service. Can you separate the service and the doctor? No, right? The product only you can separate. But service, did you all understand? We can't, right? Can't. Can't be separated from the producer. Can't be separated. Okay, nice. Right, the next one. What is the next one? What is a market? Okay, what is a market? In one word, what is a market? Yes. What is a market? We are two people. What is that? A market is a what is a market? Very good. A market is a place or system where the buyer and the seller meet, right? So this part definitely you have to write it, okay? So a market, very good, Hafsa, good, okay, where buyers and the sellers meet, okay? If you didn't write this both, okay, that's meaningless, okay? That's what I'm telling. Now, market, if they ask the word market, what you have to write, guys? A market is a place, okay? A market is a place where the buyer and the seller meets, okay? Now if you go for a fish market, what happens there? You go for a fish market, the person you meet there, okay? The seller you meet there, okay? You are the buyer and the person is the seller. If you go to a, well, that Daraz, are you meeting the buyer online even? Yes, right? We meet, okay? We meet means we are online, okay? The things happen between the buyer and the seller, even physical or online. I'll teach that part. Next is our lesson, market, okay? So, market is a place, okay? Market. A market is a place. A market is a place where buyer or a system will write or system because online is also there, no? Online or a place or a system where the buyers and the sellers meet. To what? Meet to exchange. Okay, exchange goods and services. Exchange goods and services. Okay, so next one. What is a production? The last question. What is a production? What is a production? A production is the process of, very good. Process of what? Creating. There are two things. What are they? A production is a process of creating a yes, goods and services. Very good. So what is a production? Production is the process. Okay, we can write it as in this way. Production, if we take production is a process, is a process of creating goods and services. Goods and services. In order to what? In order to satisfy, you can drag the sentence, okay? In order to satisfy Human needs and wants. Okay, human needs and wants. Now, production, there are two things now, goods and services. Okay, so until this part, is it clear for you all? Quickly put a thumbs up. We can go to the next lesson, a new lesson. I need all of you all put a thumbs up so we can go to the next lesson. Perfectly fine. Was everything perfect? For the new ones also, I'm asking. Okay, so this part is clear, right? All right. So we'll go to the next part. Okay. So if you all have any doubts or anything, you can drop a message. Okay, y'all can see the screen, right? Okay, so did you all understand? We studied something, we call it as a product. No? So we studied something, we call it as a product. Okay, so inside that product now you have to understand. Now we are going to study something, we call it as the market types and everything. Okay, so previously I just gave an idea regarding the market, but we didn't study it in detail. Okay, so first thing what you have to understand, we studied something, we call it as, what is that guys? A product, right? A product is something, a process of creating a goods and service to satisfy the human needs and wants, right? So here what we are going to study, a word we call it as a market. Okay, a word we call it as market. Under this market topic only we are going to focus. Okay, there are certain things you all have to study, characteristics of business. Okay, so how to create these, what are the characteristics of wants, on those things we are going to study. First of all, think about this. Where do people now buy vegetables? Now, where do we buy clothes? Where do people sell mobile phones through via online? Assume that you have a vehicle in your home, you have a bike or something. You want to sell it. Okay, you want to sell it. What is the thing you will do nowadays? What you all will do? Now, you sometimes your brother might like want to sell something. Most of the time, where do they put the selling purpose? Where do they go? Yes, very good. Okay. So normally, sometimes we will tell others like we are selling certain things. But using the social media also, we usually give the marketing, right? Through the social media. Okay, if we want to sell a product, there is a marketplace. Even in Facebook pages, okay, marketplace will be there. Okay, so in groups there might be marketplace. In order to sell any items, okay, sometimes we will be sell through online, okay, ikman.lk, like that. There are certain things now. Sometimes, okay, physically only we will be sell. Okay, that what is we call it as a market is a place or system. Why do they say system, guys? Because online is also there. Now I told you, place or system. Okay, a market will be a what? A market is a place or a system where buyers and the seller comes together. Okay, listen this carefully. Buyers and the seller. Okay, now you are the seller, I am the buyer. Now I want to buy something from you. Okay, from the market only we meet. Either it can be an online market or else it can be a physical based market. Okay, so come together to exchange the goods and services for money. Okay, for now I want to get a product from you means, okay, so what I will be giving to you, I'll be giving the money, right? So what happens here, guys? Here happens the exchange. Okay, exchange goods and service for the money. Okay, so guys, service is also providing for money. Now you go for a doctor. Okay, you go for a medical thing. Okay, so a doctor provides you a service, but what you will be giving for the doctor? You will be giving the money, right? So if you give the money, the doctor gives you a product. What is that base product? It is a service based product. Did you all understand what is a market? A place where the buyer and the seller meets. Buyer and the seller. Simple. Okay, very simple. Understand what is a market. If you want to draw in also, you can understand. Okay, like this. This is a market. We'll take like this. It's a market. Okay. Something you go. Okay, you are the buyer. Okay, you meet the seller. Okay, you meet the seller. So what is this? We call it as this place. We call it as market. Okay, simply all can understand. This place we call it as what? A market. Understood this part? Is it clear now? Okay. Examples of the market. What are the things, guys? Examples. Now see, the supermarket where both of now Keels, Cargills, the multi super, those things are what examples. Okay. So next one, fish market, online market. Okay, Daraz, Amazon, Temu, those things are online market. Okay, the next one, stock market. So these are what examples of retail market, wholesale market, like that. Different varieties of markets are also there. Okay, now features of a market. What are the features? Now, if they ask this question, what are the features of a market? What are the features? Now there are several features of a market. Now first thing is buyer and the seller are present. Buyers and the sellers are present. Okay, now presence of buyers and the seller means a market must have what? Both these. Okay, a market must have buyers and the sellers are very important part. Without buyer and the seller, no market can exist. Okay, no market at all without a buyer and the seller. So definitely include this word. Okay, example, now in a vegetable market also, vendors are the seller, customers are the buyers, right? Like that, think and see. Next one, goods and services are exchanged. Okay, so in a market, goods and services are exchanged, right? Example, now clothes, you go for a like buy a dress when the festivals are coming, you go for a shop and clothing store, you go and buy. So what happens there? Exchange happens. Either it can be clothes, food, books, anything. Okay, so at last, okay, now see, goods are like that, but service, what about service? Now if you go for a bank, okay, you open an account, okay, they are what they provide, a service, right? Banking service. Tuition classes, those are service. Transport, okay, you put a pick me quickly, what you do? You want to go for a place, want to go for a trip, what you do is you book a three-wheeler, or you book a car or something to go there. So what is that? They provide you a what? A service, right? They provide you a transport service. So there also what you do, guys, you give the money, the pick me driver comes to pick you up, okay, and then you go. Okay, that is not a goods, no, that is a service. What type of service? It is a transport based service. Is it clear now? Perfectly clear now? Yeah, put a thumbs up quickly. Yeah, in between, I'll ask you all questions also. Okay, perfect. Right, the next one. Money is used for transactions. Okay, so most markets use money as a medium. Okay, what is a medium? Money, right? Money is the medium. Okay, we'll take this is a medium. So, money is used for transactions. Example, now customers pay money to obtain goods and services. Okay, buying a pen for rupees 50 rupees. Okay, you go for a bookshop, you give the money, you get a product. Money is the medium of transaction. Next one, demand and supply exist. Okay, now markets operate based on what, guys? Based on demand and supply. So what is a demand? The quantity customers want to buy. Okay, what is the supply? The quantity sellers provide. Okay, that is we call it as supply. So the demand and supply will be there inside a market. Okay, what is the demand? The quantity that the customer wants to buy. This type of quantity only we need. Okay, sometimes, okay, you go for a shop, you want a packet like that, a quantity, and the supply, the quantity the sellers provide, we call it as. Example, during the festival season, demand for the clothes are increasing now. Demand nowadays, when the festival season are coming now, aurudu, those things are coming, when the Eid festivals, those things are coming, what happens? The demand for the clothes are increasing, no, very much increasing nowadays for the summer season. Okay, now telling the cold drinks and all, those are demand, kind of a demand, no. So if you take AC, yeah, AC, those things are demand, on demand. The reason is why? Because of the summer season. Okay, shops increase the supply. So demand and the supply exist in a business, inside a market. It exists. Okay. Also, what are the things comes under? Competitions are also exist. Okay. Now many sellers are, what happens? Okay, many sellers compete to attract the customers, right? So competition also comes here. Understood this part? Competitions also comes. Okay, now if you take the next thing, okay, next thing, features of a market. Another one more thing you can include is, okay, another one more thing you can include, buyers and the sellers can communicate. Okay, buyers and the sellers can communicate. Competitions exist. Okay, competitions exist. So why competitions are existing, guys? Now many sellers are compete to attract the customers. Okay, they will be improving the quality. Sometimes when you wanted to do a business means, okay, will there will be a topic based on business. Now we'll take like you are opening a bookshop. So some of your friends might be like, oh, a nice bookshop, no, her one. She gets lots of money. Profits are also there. Okay. See, by doing a bookshop only, she bought a new car like that. They also think. At the next time, what they will do is they will also open a new bookshop. Sometimes in front of you, the next lane might be there, a bookshop. Okay. What they will be doing is they will be improving the quality. Sometimes what is the next step they will be doing? They will be reducing the prices. No. Now, if your shop is very beautiful and it's like your pen or something is 100 rupee, that same pen they will be selling it for 90 rupees. Okay. Or else they will be putting buy one get one free like that. Offers are they will be putting. Sometimes what is the reason, guys? They are keeping competitions, right? So in a market there will be competitions also. They increase the customer choices. Okay, so several now mobile shops are also nearby, they'll be opening another. If you go for a vegetable market, same vegetables in front of them also they'll be selling for low prices. Okay, so what is that, guys? In a market there will be a competition as well, right? Did you all understand this part? These are features of a market. If they ask a question on features of a market, remember these things. These are features of a market. Okay, next one. Market, there are two types. Can you all tell me what are they? What are the two types of market? If you all know it, tell me quickly. What are the two types of market? What type of markets are there? Don't tell me the examples. I'm asking the types of markets. What are the two types? Any words you all can say me. Any types. Yes. Amra, how to get this tune? You can drop a message to admin and get it. Amra, you're from which school? Okay, market. Yes, quickly. What are the two types? Shall I put the number as well? 0708. No, no, I'm asking the types of market. Okay, there are two types of market. Now think like this. You want to sell a product. Okay, we'll take, you have a old used bicycle like that. Okay, so two ways you can sell that. What are the two ways? Either it can be a market through, yeah, there will be, yeah, definitely. There will be two ways of selling that. Okay, Ceylan International, good. Now, did you get it that? You can sell it in two different ways. Either you can sell in a what based market or as another based market also you can sell that. What is that? Yes, very good. Hafsa Zainab got it. Teshni, did you get it? One is you can either go for a physical based marketing, yeah, market, or else you can sell it through online. So we can give that a good name for that. Shall we give some names for that? Okay, physical market. Okay, or else virtual market. Or else we can give what are the markets? Physical market, virtual market. If not, we can give it as a market space, marketplace. Okay, in this way also we can give marketplace, a place, or else a market space, market space. So what is this market space? If not, you can say it as a virtual market. Sometimes in your exam, two different words also they can use. Virtual market. What is a virtual, guys? It is a online based. Okay. So market place or else physical markets and also they can give physical. So what is that? You go and buy that product. You go and buy that product. Okay. So that is buyers and sellers meet face to face. That is, you call it as what? Physical based market. Okay. So shall we see some varieties of that, characteristics of that? Characteristics. Yes. You all tell me. Now, marketplace. Okay. Now, marketplace will write some characteristics. You all tell me also market space. First thing is face to face. Now, I told you we can, yeah, we can go there and buy the product means the person, buyer and the seller meet face to face. Okay. That part we can write in this point. Buyers and sellers meet face to face. Anything else? Here, what happens? Buying and selling happens through online. Yeah, e-market space also we can say e-marketplace. What is that? Electronic based. Example now, physical market, we can say weekly fair might be there. Sometimes, yeah, grocery shops, those are meet to like meet to face. Now they are meeting. So that is what marketplace. Okay. So market space, what are the example? Amazon we can take. Okay. We meet the buyer and the seller. Okay. So that is online, through online. Very good. Okay. Anything else? Think and tell me what are the things comes under. Okay, now electronic method cash, those things take value. So here cash will be, we are giving it, okay, as a medium, we give the cash and we buy the product. But here what happens, it may be the electronic based, okay, most of the time card based, okay. So they will be giving you all a option as, yeah, we can pay through online transaction, okay. So here online transaction happens, but in physical way, most of the time we give the money, right? Okay, so that part also we can write it. Requires physical location. Requires physical location. Now, when you take the market through physical, there will be a physical location. Requires physical location. But how about the online one? Doesn't need, right? So, no physical location. Okay, this is one of the feature. No physical location needed because why? It happens through online, right? So, here direct communication. Here direct communication happens between the buyer and the seller. If you want to see the product, okay, what happens? Communication, you can see and check the product and take. But sometimes what are the things here happens, okay. So here electronic communication means now you can't check the product, no, you can't see the product and take it, right? So you have to select and just buy it, okay. Either it can be a damaged product as well. So there might be advantages and disadvantages, okay. So here the physical location are limited business hours, right? So this one, see that properly. Now when there is a proper location, only at 10 o'clock p.m. they'll be closing the shop. Like that there are certain hours, no? Limited hours, okay, for the location. Only at before 10 p.m. only you can come to our location. But online, 24 hours they will be giving, okay, 24 hours operations are happening. Operations. Right. So here limited areas only they will be giving a location. Limited area. But what about the online? Online worldwide access will be there. Okay. Worldwide access. Here cash or card payments you can write. Cash or, there are many things you can write. Cash or card payments. But here what happens, guys? You can give cash. Sometimes, yeah, electronic payments only. Most of the time, electronic payments only they usually give. Electronics payments. Okay, is it clear now this part? Example, supermarkets you can write under the marketplace or physical location. Now, if you take Keels also, there might be separated branches, right? Everywhere they have put branches, but not in every places, right? They have a limited area only inside. Now, Keels also limited area only there. Cash or card payments are allowed. So direct communication happens there. Now limited hours only they provide. Okay. Before 9 p.m., before 8, 10 p.m. like that, according to the areas they provide. Okay. So they need requires a physical location, right? Think like that. But Amazon has worldwide access. Electronic payments have. Okay. 24 hours operations are also happening. So electronic communication also you can have a communication between the Amazon. Okay. So they doesn't have a physical location. They doesn't need it. Okay. It is not required at all. So buying and selling happens through online in an electronic way. Did you all understand? So if we want to buy something in a Daraz also, what happens here is here market space or virtual market that is online based. But here marketplace which has a location and has a physical communication. Okay. Okay, if you want to write the definition for this part also, you can include here. So a marketplace means a physical place where buyers and sellers meet. If they ask a definition, you can write it as a marketplace. A marketplace is a physical place where buyers and sellers meet. Where buyers and sellers meet directly to exchange goods and services. Okay, but what about a market space? A market space is an online based. Okay, a market space is an online market. Happens through electronic systems. Digital market is also correct. Yes, exactly. Digital market also you can write it under the online based. Okay, now did you all understand this part? Is it clear? Shall we move to the characteristics? Okay, now next part is a very interesting part. Okay, yeah, shall we go to that part? Characteristics of a business. What can be a business? Now, normally you have to understand whether this is a business or not. Okay, so whether a thing what we are doing right now is a business or not, like that, how to find out? So there are certain characteristics for that. Okay, so shall we go for that part? Characteristics of business. Give a thumbs up, react, so that we can move it. All right. So characteristics of a business. Now let's go to the characteristics of a business. Now see this image and you can understand. Okay. Now let's go to the characteristics of a business. Okay. Right. So first thing, there are six characteristics of a business. Okay. How many characteristics are there? There are six characteristics of a business. Okay. So we'll see what are they. The first one is exchange or selling takes place. Okay. What is the first one, guys? Exchange or selling take place. Now every business involves buying and selling, right, goods or service for money, okay, for the profit purpose. Now a business involves buying and selling goods or service for what? For money, for the profit. Selling is an essential feature of a business. If there is no exchange or selling, it is not considered a business. Okay, can I say if there is no any exchange happening, is it a business? Definitely no. Okay. So if there is a exchange happens only, it can be a business, right? A shop. You can see this image and understand. A shop. Here what happened, guys? They give a product and they get a what? A medium as money, right? A cash is a money. Okay. It is a medium. So here what happens? Here inside the shop, exchange happens. Now, can you all read this example? Cooking food for family. Cooking food for family. Okay, imagine now your mother cooks food for your family. That is not a business, right? Because no selling happens inside there, inside the home. That is nothing. But if she prepares rice or anything and packs and sell them to customers, then that becomes a business. Did you all understand? Cooking food to sell, it is a business. But cooking food for family, it is not a business. This is a business. Okay, understood. Wherever exchange or selling take place, that is considered a business. One of the characteristics. Okay, understood. There are six characteristics are there. Okay, one of that is exchange or selling take place. What is the next one? Next one is transaction of goods and services take place. Okay, what are the things? Transaction of goods and services take place. Okay, so what is this? Business provide goods or service in order to what? Satisfy the human needs and wants. Okay, so what is that, guys? Transaction of goods and services take place here. Yes, very good. Okay, so now business either it provide goods or service in order to what? In order to satisfy the human needs and wants. Now goods are what? Goods are physical items that we can touch and see, which is tangible. Okay, used for now types of goods are there. Now types of goods, one can be the consumer goods, the other one can be a business based goods. Okay, so consumer goods means what? Used for final consumption. Example, now bread, what we buy. Okay, now we want to eat something, we buy a bread, clothes, shoe. These are final consumption, but used to produce other goods like raw materials. Now in order to make a cake, you need some materials like egg, like that you need, right? So what is the purpose? You need to produce, right? Those are business goods. Okay, so you want to buy and you want to produce. Okay, so these are what? These are the business based goods. Now machines, now beater, those things are what, guys? Those are raw materials, right? Machineries. Now in order to make a cake, you need an oven, right? So that oven becomes as business goods, okay, to make that. Right? Did you all understand? So consumer goods means you buy a cake and you eat. But in order to make a cake and eat means you need to buy some materials for that. Okay, example, services also, the intangible activities provided to customers. Example, banking, insurance, electricity. These are what? These are certain services, but we cannot touch those services physically. So when you deposit a money in a bank, the bank provides a service. No, when we deposit the money inside the bank, like that only services also happens. Transaction of goods and services take place is the next characteristics of a business. Is it clear? Okay, the third one, continuous transaction take place. Okay, now if you take the word continuous transaction take place, business activities are carried out regularly and continuously. Now, normally, example, there are two different examples have been given. Okay, selling an old scooter once. Okay, now you have used a bicycle. Let's assume like that. You have used a bicycle and you want to sell that. Is it a business? No, right? So it is not a business because once only, okay, only once, it is not a business. But selling scooters regularly, you buy you get from a country and you will take like this, you buy certain items from your family, okay, or else from your friends or anything. Yeah, wholesale product you buy and you sell it retail, that is a business. Okay, selling scooters regularly is a business, but only once that you are selling your own one, or else you are just selling only one item, that is not considered to be a business. Either it can be used bicycle, used books are there, use any stationaries items, those things. One time selling is not considered a business. Understand that carefully. A business means continuously it has to be done. Then only it is a business. What is the third characteristics? Continuous transaction take place. Okay, fifth one. Business has risk. Okay, what is that? Business has risk. Yes, definitely. So every business face many risk, okay, because the future is uncertain. No, so risk means what? Possibility of loss also can come. Definitely, now if you want to do a business, there are two different way. Either that can be a loss, either it can be a profitable business as well. We have to face that. Okay, we have to face those risks. Okay, so no business can avoid the risk completely. Now there might be changes in customer taste. Okay, so customer may suddenly dislike a product. Now you are selling a very good product. Sometimes, okay, the taste and demand can increase, right? So sometimes they might dislike the product after they buy 10 times, okay, 10, 11, like 10, 15 times. If they buy that product, they might be feeling like a dislike, okay, they might be liking another product. So old mobile phones now take like that. Okay, Android phones are there. Normally, many people dislikes nowadays. Okay, they prefer the iOS. Apple phones, okay, iPhones, like that only, most of the time. When it comes to the technology also, if your father is telling either you want a Android, or if you want a iOS based system, means you will definitely ask the other one, no? Likewise, dislikes are also there, likes are also there. The products can be demand. Sometimes because of the new technology, okay, it can varies, okay. So new technology now, brands are also there, no? Sometimes we look for the brand and we buy that, okay. Now new technology, new machines may replace the old methods, okay. Now online shopping affecting traditional shops, no? So nowadays, when we want to buy a clothes or anything, we usually go and buy, or we buy through online. We buy through online because we can't go physically and get the product. It's lazy, like that. We think, no, it's tired, okay, tired of going physically and buying. So what we prefer is online based, right? So online shopping can affect the traditional shops also, okay. So competitions, especially this part, okay. Remember, many business sell similar products, okay. So if you are several clothing shops in one town, might be there, okay. So next thing is shortage of raw materials, okay. Shortage of nowadays a fuel problem has been nowadays, okay. Now I don't think so, but gas, okay, those problems are also coming. So factories may not receive enough materials, okay. Fuel shortage are affecting what transport business. There are many people who lost the transport based business, okay. When the gas demands, means what happens. The people who are keeping restaurants, hotels, those people are having a what shortage, right? So likewise, there are certain risks are happening: fire, theft, burglary, accidents, wrong management, okay, employees problems, strikes and labor issues. These are affect the production, right? So unexpected events may damage. Sometimes natural, these things, the flood, those things also can affect. Sometimes wrong decisions, okay, poor management decision may cause losses. Or sometimes a risk. Now risk is an unavoidable characteristics of a business, right? Okay, next one is sixth one, we can take it, creates human wants. Okay, so creates human wants means what, guys? Business satisfy human wants by providing goods and services. Okay, so where's business creates wants? Producing. Yes, humans' wants are unlimited, right? So businesses identify these wants and provides product accordingly. Okay, nowadays robots, okay, those things are also created, right? In order to make ourselves easier. So ways of business creates wants are like producing goods, okay, finished goods, okay. So producing finished goods means now factories producing biscuits. Shoe factories are there, biscuit factories are there. Likewise, transport goods to needed place. Okay, transportation of goods are moved to places where people need them. Okay, now example, now vegetable transported from villages to cities, right? From the villages, yeah, from New earlier side, okay, what happened is vegetables are transported to the cities. Okay, storing goods until demand decreases, sorry, increases. So what happened here is now goods are stored until the demand comes. Now cold drinks sold during hot seasons, okay, these things are also according to the demands. Did you all understand? Okay, so cold drinks nowadays are king coconut, soft drinks. Those are what? Due to the hot season, we buy that. No, now you go for outside and see what happen is very much. It's hot season nowadays. We definitely go and buy certain items like this, cold drinks, those things. No, so goods stored and sold during scarcity. Okay. So here what happens? Okay, economic activity involving buying and selling. So these things are, yeah, economic activities falls under. Understood this part? Is it clear now? Right, guys. So until this part I all clear, let's finish it. All of you all put a thumbs up. If you all have understood, put a message as understood. Say yes. Can I get a reply from you all? Is it clear now? Thank you. Understood very well. Happy to see others. Can I get a reply from all of you all? Okay, crystal clear. Very good. Yes, what about others? Yeah, last week recordings. I'll send y'all. Put a message to me. Yeah, no. Put a message to the admin's number. The admin will send you. You can ask the tutor and get it as well. Because I don't check the messages nowadays. Understood very clearly. All right. Okay, nice. Happy to see all of y'all. Guys, y'all are 28 batches, right? So y'all can put a message to me. Your batches as well, okay? Yeah, get the tute as well. Last week tute also I can send you.